Hi everyone, my name is Juan and I have two group members and they are Jocelyn and Aaron. We are group 16 representing as managers from Senlong Company. Senlong is actually both a company and a brand name that represents quality craftsmanship in the emerging artificial landscape industry. Senlong is a worldwide company with our international headquarters located in Delta, Georgia, where the company has been producing synthetic turf since 1965. Senlong brand produces a variety of different artificial grass in their product line for commercial and residential application, including landscaping, front yard, backyard, pet areas, play areas, business facilities, or other uncommon areas, such as rooftop, patio decks, or even a whole entire golf course. Now, we all know that everything in the world has its own good and its own bads. Nothing's perfect. That's why we, as manager, want you, consumer, to be aware of these kinds of products before you buy them. I will talk more about the cons, and Jocelyn will talk about the pros later in the video. First of all, synthetic grass or artificial grass are not cheap. They are quite expensive. Obviously, there's a price on everything, but depending on the quality you prefer, the price varies. Depending on the quality you prefer, the price varies from $2 per square feet up to $8 per square feet. A nice looking front yard can be pricey, but it's well worth it if you have the money for it. Secondly, artificial turf is made up of plastic and other synthetic materials, so it constantly absorbs heat on hotter days when facing direct sunlight. For example, on a 98-degree weather day, the temperature on the turf may be up to 120 degrees, making it too hot and uncomfortable to play, run, or even walk on it. Also, because it is not real grass, it doesn't release any oxygen to the air, so it'll be difficult to play and breathe on hotter days. You're not going to like it. And third, artificial grass can create toxic runoff. Artificial grass doesn't need to be watered, but when it rains, the runoff, which contains lead and other infill materials, could reach and contaminate groundwater and drinking water. As a result, can pose a health risk, in which I'll go more in depth in a bit. Anyway, not to mention, pet urines and waste cannot be decomposed on artificial grass. It stays there forever unless you clean it. Last but not least, the most controversial issue about artificial turf is a health problem it can incur. I wouldn't recommend you to install artificial turf outside your home if you're someone who have a lot of kids who's going to play on it every day. Why? Because artificial turf contains lead, zinc, and other harmful chemicals, in which is harmful to people, especially young children. A large amount of exposure to these chemicals is linked to having severe health effects like retardation, stunted growth, asthma, cancer, cardiovascular damage, and other mental health effects. For example, shredded rubber from the synthetic grass contain other toxic metals like arsenic, cadmium, chromium, selenium that little kids can easily get into their mouth when they fall. Almost everything is made up of some type of plastic, so therefore not only does artificial grass have these particular health effects, there are other products that have similar health effects too when you think about it. For example, a Christmas tree, which contains PVC. For example, a Christmas tree, which contains PVC, polyvinyl chloride, one of the many types of plastic chemical that is used to make both artificial grass and Christmas tree. Now, Jocelyn will talk about the pros of artificial grass.